question. Are you getting the most out of your water as physically possible? Unless you're adding H2 to your water, you're probably not. Hey guys, so today's product is super interesting. It's called Redoxol H2. H with the little 2 stands for the smallest molecule possible, which is just 2 hydrogen atoms stuck together. It is literally the smallest possible molecule you can find, and it's a very interesting one when it comes to its function in the body. Backing up to how I started this video just a little bit, the best way you can get the most out of your water is by having increased H2 molecules within it. If you think back to middle school chemistry, you'll remember that water is H2O. So it's also a very small molecule, H2 plus an oxygen at the end. So still a very small molecule. Oxygen is slightly larger as far as atom sizes go. So it's definitely not the smallest molecule because, like I said, H2 is. But when you actually look at how water structures itself just on its own, it's actually largely a lot of H2 molecules and O atoms. It kind of like they swap. It's like a swingers party of atoms in there, and molecules are constantly breaking and reforming and turning into H2O and then just H2 and O and just H's sometimes. It's this weird little pool. Water is just very magnetic to itself, and that's exactly what happens. When it comes to water quality, when we're talking about this, is not only are these individual molecules and atoms separating and rejoining and doing all this weird stuff, there's actually molecules of water that are multiple H2Os stuck together. So even if you have an H2O, you might have 5 or 6 of them stuck together in this little ball. And when that happens, it's actually harder for the body to break that water up within it. So when you drink the water and it's got all these different giant mega molecules of tons of H2Os stuck to each other, your body then has to go through and separate each one of those so that individual H2O molecules and then eventually H2 and O molecules and atoms can go into the cells. It's just all baseline cellular chemistry that I don't necessarily need to get into, but I'm trying to just get this in your head as to why H2 in your water is important. When we look at water quality, we're looking for water that is destructured. So we are looking for water that doesn't have these giant molecules of multiple H2Os. We are looking for the water that has the freer flowing version of lots of H2s and lots of O's already, because once it gets into the body breaks down the H2O. It's a cellular mechanism that we need, and having them already kind of separated just makes it that much faster and that much easier to absorb water into our cells and have it do what it needs to do, which is a multitude of things. The reason adding H2 into your water is so beneficial is because it helps break apart those giant mega molecules of lots of H2Os, because it throws off the balance of how many H2s there are to every O. Because if I have just a glass of water like I do right here, this is that huge conglomeration of equal parts H2 and O, right? For every 2 H's, there's an O in this glass of water. If we're just thinking pure water, no extra minerals and salts or whatever might be in this tap water, okay? Just thinking it's H2s and O's. There are 2 H's to every O. It's balanced. When I take one of these Redoxol H2 capsules, which, by the way, they're these cute little tiny capsules, right? Smaller than a dime. You drop them into an open container of water, like so, and it's just going to dissolve right by itself. You can kind of see the bubbles coming up. You can, yeah, cool. So it's bubbling up right now. I'm going to let it keep doing that. By introducing extra H2 molecules into this water, that's throwing off the balance of how many hydrogens I have to oxygens, which is encouraging all of those mega molecules of lots of H2Os to break apart easier, because now those oxygens have so many different hydrogen molecules that they can be attracted to that they're constantly moving around. So it literally breaks down the clumps of water in there, which is really interesting just to look at molecularly, right? All of this setup was to tell you that by giving your body more H2, the body can then use that as an antioxidant. It allows for the water to be absorbed faster into our cells so that our bodies are working more efficiently. The body always wants to work more efficiently. And these H2 tiny molecules, since they are the smallest molecule possible, it is so easy for them to slip in through the cellular membrane and act as an antioxidant in a way that our main ones like glutathione, for example, can't. So again, H2 is just this tiny molecule. It's the size, let's just say it's the size of a pinhead, the head of a pin, excuse me, not a pinhead. That sounds like a bowling pin. Ugh. Tiny H2 size of the head of a pin. Glutathione is like out here. It's like a softball. So when you're thinking about what gets into the cells easier to help regulate everything and neutralize things, of course you want the smallest one. It's going to do less harm to the cell membrane. The cell's going to let it pass through easier, and then it can get right to work. As a refresher, antioxidants are important because cells are constantly burning energy. They're constantly metabolizing things every time we move, every time we breathe, every time we exercise, eat, sleep. Our cells are constantly metabolizing things, breathing, breaking nutrients down, shuttling them where they need to go. That produces byproducts. Just like burning any sort of fuel, like fossil fuels or any sort of fuel in our big world, at the cellular level, when we're burning fuel, there's also byproducts. And some of the byproducts of cellular metabolism are free radicals. These free radicals, when they're built up in the body, become acidic, they become toxic to us at high levels, and they just cause things to be stopped up. Your body is not functioning optimally when you have too high a number of free radicals. Antioxidants come in and neutralize those free radicals. So not only does supplementing with H2 in your water increase the cell's capacity to be efficient, it also cleans up all of the crap after the cell has created the energy that it needs to make you continue living. All that said, I'm very excited about this product, Redoxol H2, because it's 80 milligrams of magnesium plus H2. Magnesium is a great supplement if you find yourself craving chocolate. That is a common sign that you are magnesium deficient. It's a mineral that we need for a host of different functions, one of them being cognitive function, focus, brain span, attention, memory, all those things. It also helps with sleep. So magnesium is rock star. Magnesium is the main ingredient in this. And as far as the actual product goes, it's super cheap. The water will be a little bit cloudy, but it tastes totally fine. It's a slightly salty taste, but when I say salt water, that makes you think ocean water or something. Not the case at all. Totally fine. And honestly, if you wanted to mix this in with like a stevia-based flavor because it bothers you, that's totally acceptable. This really doesn't taste that different for me though. It just kind of tastes like hard tap water. You know, if you've had tap water that has a little bit higher mineral concentration, that's what this tastes like. And it's worth it for the benefits of the hydrogen in your water. So if you're looking for improved sleep, better cell function, better post-workout recovery, because again, like I said, exercise adds to the free radical amount in your bloodstream. And yeah, it's basically just like putting your free radical production into overdrive so you have an excess of free radicals in your body after you've worked out. This is a great way to supplement with some fast-working antioxidants to cut those back to normal level and let your body repair itself for your next workout. Highly recommend. Check out Redoxol H2. Link is below. And let me know what you think. I love sharing these new product finds with you guys. You seem to be really engaging with them and finding value in them, which is why I keep sharing them. So please, if there's a product that you would like me to check out, let me know in the comments, ask me questions, hit subscribe so you see the next one. And I look forward to sharing more incredible health things for you, health products, things that will help you feel better and live a long, healthy life. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.